10 days. 10 days until Super Bowl 55. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith here, and I'm back in my 5th video, and I don't know what else to talk about other than Super Bowl 55, okay? So, I'll start off by saying that I haven't been this excited for a Super Bowl matchup in a while because the matchup in itself is just very appealing, okay? They have dubbed this matchup the Kid versus the GOAT. Okay, you got Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs going to Tampa Bay to take on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, so let's just start off by talking about the matchup. Okay, so first I want to go over the quarterbacks. Okay, and who has the edge there. As far as the quarterbacks go, I believe Patrick Mahomes has the edge over Tom Brady because, and I know you're going to say it, but hold on. Because Patrick Mahomes is just got that very extreme arm talent and can make any throw on the football field, okay? He can throw him overhand, he can throw him underhand, he can throw him without looking. It doesn't matter. He's gonna make plays, all right? He can also elude players, he can make people miss, and he's just simply a playmaker, okay? But he's going up against Tom Brady, who is in his 10th Super Bowl with 6 rings already, okay? Yeah, Patrick Mahomes has already been there. He's been there. This will be his 2nd time. He's got 1 ring. But Tom Brady has the experience, but just the overall edge, I believe, goes to Patrick Mahomes, okay? All right, so as far as the running back position goes, I'm going to give the edge to Tampa Bay because Leonard Fournette seems to be back to his somewhat old form where he's running the ball really well, and Ronald Jones, or Rojo, seems to be healthy now, and he's running the ball pretty well this year too. So I'm giving him the edge over Le'Veon Bell, who apparently was probably the biggest free agent bust of all time, and I probably wouldn't go that far, but anyways, it was a pretty big bust. All right, and they got CEH, who he's done some good things, but not too many good things. So I still don't think they really know what they want to do in that backfield because they're switching it up a lot. And CEH had a lot higher projection, and they expected him to do a lot more this year. But anyways, I'm giving the edge to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for that. All right, so moving on to the wide receiver core, I'm going to also give the edge to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pretty much have 3 number 1 wide receivers, 3 wide receiver ones, okay? And Antonio Brown, who should be healthy enough to play come the Super Bowl, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin, okay? All right.
That's a huge bitch.
With those 3 receivers combined, okay, say during the regular season and the playoffs, those 3 receivers combined produce more touchdowns than all the other receivers, okay? I know I'm about to compare them to the next 2 receivers for Kansas City or whoever I'm about to talk about, but that's just real statistics, okay? So moving on to the Kansas City side of the ball, they got Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, who is a tight end, but he plays like a wide receiver. But just those 2 combined for 26 touchdowns, which is unbelievable, okay? And they both put up like 1,200 yards each. Me trying to pick a side on this one, I'm here and there, but I sided with the Tampa Bay Bucks, but I'm going to continue talking about the Kansas City Chiefs receivers, okay? So Tyreek Hill has speed that defenses have trouble keeping up with, okay? Because there's no way they're going to stick one guy with him and expect him to hang with Tyreek Hill. It's just not going to happen. So they're going to have to use their entire defense. They're going to have to disguise some things, and they're going to have to find ways to shut him down, which is not going to happen because he's going to be all over the field. And it's going to be the same thing with Travis Kelce, okay? They're so creative with Travis Kelce. It doesn't matter where you line him up on the field, as a tight end, as a wide receiver, a slot, a wide out, fullback, running back, it doesn't matter. They're going to be creative with him, and both him and Tyreek Hill are going to be all over the field come the Super Bowl, okay? But again, I'm going with the receivers for Tampa Bay and giving them the edge because of they got Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Antonio Brown, okay? Not to mention Rob Gronkowski, who has been somewhat quiet this year, but it's still Gronk, okay? It's still Gronk. Moving on to next thing I'm talking about is the defense, right? So the defense for Tampa Bay, their front four are legit, okay? They got, like, off the top of my head, JPP, Jason Pierre-Paul, and Ndamukong Suh, who has never played in a Super Bowl, is probably going to play with so much fire. Hopefully not as much fire to step on someone's leg.
Going to have to do, well, he gets stepped on right at the end of that play. I didn't catch that, and it looks like maybe that's what it was. Twice he gets stepped on. That's Sue.
And to be ejected from the game, but he's never played in a Super Bowl, and I expect him to come running through walls, okay? And JPP's been there before with the Giants, but he's aging, and he probably wants this ring just as bad as Sue does, okay? Maybe not as bad, but anyways, he wants it bad. All right, and so in their DBs haven't been doing that bad of a job. They're doing pretty good. They're creating turnovers during the postseason. Antoine Winfield, a rookie who is doing pretty well at the safety position, and they got Sean Murphy-Bunting. Not right now.
I'm the boss. You hear me?
And then they got Sean Murphy-Bunting and James Whitehead playing pretty good football, okay? But they also got Devin White, who is he's a freak, okay? He's a stud, he's a baller, he's everywhere on the field. He can rush the quarterback, he can defend the pass, he can stop the run, he can do pretty much everything. He's gonna be a stud for years to come, but like I said, this matchup is going to be exciting, okay? I gave the edge to the Chiefs with the quarterbacks. The Bucs have the wide receivers, the running backs, and the defense. And then finally, the coaching. So you got Andy Reid versus Bruce Arians, who just came out of retirement in his first year, and now he's in the Super Bowl. Okay. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you how many head coaches have come out of retirement and then went straight onto the Super Bowl. It's still impressive, regardless of the weapons that are in Tampa Bay right now. It's just impressive to just come right out of retirement, collect whatever weapons you want. It'd still be kind of hard to get to the Super Bowl. I'm giving the edge to Andy Reid because he's been there. He's been there multiple times. Andy Reid's won a Super Bowl as an offensive assistant with Green Bay with Brett Favre when they beat the New England Patriots. He went to play New England with Tom Brady, lost to them. Went with the Chiefs last year, won, and then he's going again this year, so that makes 4. Bruce Arians went to the Super Bowl when he was coaching the Cardinals when they played the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a pretty good Super Bowl year, but anyways, he ended up losing that, but he's got the experience too. But I'm giving the edge to Andy Reid, just because the whole coaching staff there with Steve Spagnuolo and Eric Bieniemy, they're just really creative with the Kansas City offense. All right, so they got the speed with Tyreek Hill, you got the creativity and just the extreme arm talent of Patrick Mahomes. That they can pretty much do whatever they want on the field on offense to make plays and to put up points. Okay, now let's just talk about like the stats here. I mean, that was just like a broad spectrum, but here we kind of dive into a little bit of stats here. Okay, so it's pretty much going to be. I'm not going to say that it's going to be purely this, but I'm just going to focus on this right now. So you got the Kansas City offense taking on the Tampa Bay defense, okay? So Kansas City put up 30-plus points in over 10 games this season, okay? They are 6th in points per game. They are 1st in yards per game, and they were 3rd among all teams for third down conversions, okay? So now they're going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, who were 8th in points per game. This as far as the defense goes. We're tied for 4th with quarterback sacks and 2nd for quarterback hits. They are 6th for yards per game, and their turnover ratio was tied for 5th. Okay, so like I said, it's going to be a very intriguing matchup. It's going to be a very exciting Super Bowl. Okay, you got high-powered offense versus a pretty stout defense, and it's going to be great. Okay, you got the kid versus the goat, just how they dubbed it. Right there, I kind of ran through some stats and ran through some kind of overview of the teams, but I want to talk about how it just seems like the perfect Cinderella story for Tom Brady, okay? As a Dolphins fan, I have been used to being tortured and just beaten up by Tom Brady, okay? He has been the epicenter of the AFC East since as far back as I've watched football, and being a Dolphins fan, you're pretty much playing for second place in the division every year. And we were just waiting for his retirement or something to happen to where he would be gone. And now it was up to any team, not just the New England Patriots. But you see what happens when he moves to Tampa Bay, and now it's up to anyone. And now Josh Allen seems to be on a roll and has the Bills in a good spot. But anyways, Tom Brady in his this will be his 10th Super Bowl appearance, okay? He has 6 rings, okay? He's beaten the Rams, the Panthers, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Rams again, and he's beaten the Falcons. If he hasn't already solidified this, which he should have already had, it's for some reason people still make the argument that Tom Brady is not the greatest of all time, but he is the GOAT. He is the greatest quarterback of all time, and that is coming from a Dolphins fan, okay? At a certain point in my football fan career, whatever, there came a point in my life where you had to give this man credit, okay? I think it was the Falcons Super Bowl.
And yet, I've never seen anything like this. This was the most amazing game I've ever witnessed. And maybe I'm being a little prisoner of the moment, but I don't think so. It's starting to sink in. That was the most improbable comeback in all of sports history.
28-3, okay? The greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. So, yeah. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. There's no debating it. If a Dolphins fan is going to sit there and tell you that Tom Brady, I almost said Dan Marino, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, hands down, no argument made. I don't care what you say. There's nothing that you can say besides, we'll put him back in the 80s or the 70s when he was playing with Dan Marino, Joe Montana, Troy Aikman, whatever. Okay, but there was also that argument that it was Bill Belichick this whole time, the greatest coach. He is not the greatest coach of all time. I won't say that just yet. All right. I do believe that Bill Belichick is chasing the greatest coach of all time. He's chasing Don Shula's record of 347. He's chasing his record of 347 games, and it can't be I don't want it to happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but that's the reason why I believe he's still coaching. And if Tom Brady would have remained in New England, it was the possibility and the chance of that happening were just getting greater and greater. Okay, I feel like Tom Brady's like, no, I'm about to prove these people wrong, and I'm gonna go somewhere else. And probably didn't know it was going to happen in his first year, but the first year that he ends up with a new team, yes, he was given all these weapons. Regardless of that, he is in a Super Bowl with a new team in his first year. Tampa Bay hasn't been to the Super Bowl since they played the Raiders back in 2002, where they just completely stomped them, okay? So, yeah, there's no argument. There's no argument. Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. Let me say that right now. Let's just end it right there. Let me go back to the Cinderella story, okay? None other than Tom Brady moves to this new team in his first year with his new team, takes him to the Super Bowl, and by only God's grace would that team be the only team in NFL history to actually have true home field advantage in the Super Bowl. The only team to make it to the Super Bowl while the Super Bowl was being held in that very city. Now let's just back up to a different point of view, okay? Overlooking this entire event here. This could be, it's probably not, but this could be the end of the Cinderella story of Tom Brady, okay? Say he wins this Super Bowl, he could do just like Peyton Manning did. He can ride off into the sunset with the most Super Bowl wins as a quarterback. You win 6 Super Bowls with one team, okay? And we're pretty much the face of the NFL for almost 20 years. And now you go to your new team in 1 year and take them to the Super Bowl like that. It's unheard of, okay? I don't know what else. This is the perfect ending for Tom Brady's career. But brace yourselves, okay? Because Andy Reid is going to ride this out with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes signed that 10-year, $500 million contract, I believe, last year. Andy Reid is going to ride this entire thing out with Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be coaching in a wheelchair. He's going to have his Motorola headset on, or AT&T, whatever brand they use now, and he's going to be calling plays. Because I hate to make this prediction really early. Like, I can't see 10 years down the road, but if he sees if Patrick Mahomes stays playing at this level and they somehow manage to keep these pieces like Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill around and find ways to bring in better players, they're going to be the new face of the NFL. And he could possibly chase Bill Belichick in his rings, okay? But who am I to say? I'm not a fortune teller, okay? I don't have a crystal ball, but that's just the way I think, okay? That's just the way I do see it, the way I can see it happening. I don't know what else to talk about. I went over the stats, kind of went over the matchups a little bit, the intriguing Cinderella story. What else? If I missed something, let me know. I also want to add, I appreciate every single one of you who have viewed or watched my videos and subscribed to my videos. I've only had, up to this point, I've only had 4 videos posted, and I've generated over 400 views. So on average, over 100 views a video. It's all because of you guys, and I appreciate that a lot. And I hope to kind of continue making more videos. Like I said, this is just a hobby, but I would like to see where it takes me. But that's it, man. Until next time, fins up.